Hello. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which is clean water and sanitation. And we're going to do a little rundown on how that goal is coming along in China once again. So China, this graph here is death rate attributable to unsafe water, sanitation, and hygiene. Figures recorded as of 2019, and these are the number of people per 100,000 population that pass away from these water and sanitation causes. So China, you can see just from the colors here, is pretty much in line with the rest of the developed world. 2.2 deaths per 100,000 population, and that falls right neck and neck in line with the United States at 2.26. Russia's, excuse me, Russia is at 3.25. Most of Western Europe is also in the threes or high twos. We've got a 4 up here in Czechia, and Australia's at 1.87, a little bit higher in South America down here, 11.45 in Argentina, and a higher concentration. On the high end, we see 70, 99 is rough in Chad. In Saharan Africa here in the desert, you'd expect there to be some water issues. But anyway, China really holding its own here. This is an impressive figure because China is geographically, it covers some regions where you would really expect water access to be an issue. There's some rural areas where it can't have been easy to stabilize water access safely for the population. And it's also a country where a big percentage of its population are living in super densely populated cities. In some of the biggest cities, in the biggest cities in the world, there's a lot of people crammed into small areas, and that puts a lot of stress on water services and sanitation infrastructure. So I'm impressed with this 2.2 figure. Obviously, you can always go lower. You'd want that to be a 0 ideally, but China is doing well for its situation and perfectly in line with the developed world. Now, taking a look at drinking water service usage, and these drinking water services are characterized as safely managed in blue, basic, limited, unimproved, and no access in green, yellow, orange, and red. China does not have data available for the use of their safely managed sources because, as we discussed, a lot of this national infrastructure, national health and well-being data is not always easy to get out of China. They keep those cards close to their chest. But we can work with this unimprovement figure, this unimproved drinking water service usage figure, and that is sitting at 3.6%, which compared to the world, it's pretty much in line with the world average, and compared to upper middle income countries, they're lagging slightly behind. So while the death rate isn't too bad, we can extrapolate from this figure. We can imagine what the rest of these numbers may look like over there. It's probably safe to say that the drinking water infrastructure does leave something to be desired, especially in those densely populated regions. The quality of water that they get from public water services may leave something to be desired, and that could be an area to focus on some potential solutions. Now, this is sanitation facilities. Same breakdown, same structure of the graph as the water service facilities. We have the different levels of quality and safety by color here. This one, we do have a complete set of data for China, and we see compared to the world, they stack up nicely. They pull ahead of world averages considerably, and compared to upper middle income countries, they pull slightly ahead. They lag slightly behind the higher income country averages. But 70%, 69% of people on safely managed sanitation facilities is not bad,